What's up, y'all? It's your girl Sang, and today I'm walking through this lovely neighborhood. And one thing I wanted to talk about that was like on my mind. So yesterday I had linked up with my mom for a quick second, and we went out to eat. And once we were placed our orders and we were waiting for the food to come, I had told her what had been going on with me for a while in terms of like my sleep issues. So the things I had talked about when I had walked in that one video where I was talking about I had sleep paralysis at one point, things I was doing to change my life so I wouldn't to help out with my depression and whatnot. So what ended up happening, sound like they cutting grass in this direction, let me go this way. So what ended up happening is, when I told y'all it was sleep paralysis, I don't think it was sleep paralysis. What I told her, I think it was a demon messing with me. Now, that's what it seemed like. And the reason I also don't think it's sleep paralysis, because in sleep paralysis, you can't move and your eyes are open and you just see something scary. My eyes were closed the whole time. There were plenty of times where I was able to move. I just refused to open my eyes, which angered whatever was talking to me. And it would get more aggressive with like trying to pull me over, lift my head up to look at it or whatever. And I'm the type of person, I don't like spooky stuff. I don't do horror movies, horror games. So when all that was happening, I was like, I ain't opening my eyes. It's like, if you got to kill me, you just gonna have to kill me, but I'm not opening my eyes. You tripping. So so that's just really what it was. And the levels that it was messing with me became annoying. Now, in that same video, I don't know if it was that video or another one, but that was around the time that this YouTuber I watched decided to give his life over to Christ and become a Christian. So when I would play his animation streams in the morning, because he said that, next thing you know, people in the chat is asking him questions about the Bible, which then turned into him doing Bible study while he was animating. So that was playing through the speakers in my house like non-stop. And I was telling my mom this, and it's just funny, it's just so coincidental how when all that starts playing throughout my house, and then I had randomly stumbled across a rabbi, which I did mention him, and I started listening to his podcast, and he's bringing up scripture from the Torah and talking about stories from there. Funny how all that stuff starts playing through my speakers. I'm not dealing with that anymore. All the demon messing with me and all that, it just like immediately stopped. Funnily enough, on top of that, because that really scared me, and funnily enough, on top of that, my mood not only hasn't improved, which I also attribute that to all the other things I did in my day-to-day life to improve my mood, but my karma has gone up. Now, I don't know if that's religious or not, but like my karma has gone up, and the energy I put out when I be out on these walks now, animals be like coming up to me. And when I mean animals, it's not just like dogs and cats and stuff. One day I had a squirrel just walking with me. Now I thought first off, I was shocked that it came as close to me as it did, but then it was just straight walking with me for a good minute. Like we was just walking for a while before it just like stopped, looked at me, and then cut back a little bit and ran up a tree. So that was interesting. I had a deer come up to me yesterday on my walk, like straight come up to me. I've never had that happen before. So I feel like the energy is just full on like different and changed. I could feel it. When I go out, I be donating money and stuff now. Everything is just different, and I don't deal with that anymore. And I brought it up to my mom because she's Christian, and she was just like, yeah, demons are real and blah blah blah. She got into this whole thing, and then she was telling me that she got back into being full-on Christian recently because she lives alone. She said there's been times when she's sleeping, it feels like somebody's getting in bed behind her, and they go to wrap their arms like around her, but then she says she could just feel like the sharp nails from a hand. It don't feel human, nothing feels human, and it starts gripping into her skin, trying to like pull or yank her away. And she says she be fighting against it. So I don't know. I think all that stuff is real. And I grew up in a household where it's like I learned about Christianity and Judaism, but in like my parents weren't like full-time on that at all. They weren't like super into the faith, regardless of like taking me to church and temple and all that. It wasn't consistent. So I think I might become Christian. I told her that too. I was like, it's also funny that I know all these facts now about the Bible and stuff. I done just heard so much of it for like the past 2 months now. Like, it's just crazy. So that might be my path. That might be the path I take. Cause I really was. Alright, my bad. I'm on a main road now. Alright, my bad. I'm on a main road. I'm about to be on like a side road in a second. But essentially, I think I'm gonna start getting into Christianity. I already looked into getting like a King James Bible, but with the study guide attached to it. So it's like I know at Barnes and Nobles it's like $60, I think, which I'm a cheapskate, so that's kind of high. I might have to look elsewhere to see if I can get that cheaper. That's OD kind of expensive. But here's the thing, I know I can go to Dollar Tree. For those that don't know, Dollar Tree sells the Bibles, right? I can get one for $1.25. I really just want that study aid with it so I can really comprehend what I'm reading, because I have tried this before when I was younger, and I think I started with the Book of Names. That's what it's called in Judaism, where it's like for the first couple pages it's just like such and such, the son of such and such, the son of such and such, the son of such and such, the blood of such and such, or whatever. And it's like, bro, what is this leading up into? And I'm not gonna lie, I was a kid then, because I was trying to get into it, and I think that's the first thing I read. And I threw that down so fast because I didn't know what I was reading. I got back to playing video games, but I'm an adult now, so I might just go ahead and get into that, because I don't want to deal with the demons and whatever. That messed me up, man. All of that messed me up, whatever that was. I don't think that was sleep paralysis. I don't think that was a dream. I think that was real. Now, the people that I follow that are Christian, they said the deeper and heavier you get into your faith, you're gonna be tested and deal with stuff like that. And I'm not gonna lie, that threw me off. I have a wild, active imagination despite my age, and I'm home alone most of the week, so I'm not trying to dive into this. A part of me really don't want to dive into this right now. Then some spooky stuff happens, and I just be like, nope, I'm good. Because that's just what it is. Like, I already be hearing weird noises around my house when I be alone. And it was funny, there was a point, so upstairs is really just like, we don't have an attic, but there's like I guess there's a space up there because there's a venting system that some raccoons got into from the outside. Now, mind you, didn't notice at the time, but when they were walking around up there, it sounded like human footsteps walking around up there. And I don't know if they heard me or whatever, or how real this was, but you could hear the footsteps. And I would look upstairs and I'd be like, no, I'm not checking that out. And then it would get more active. And I remember one day I had yelled up there. I was like, look, Mr. Ghost, I'm not checking it out. I promise you I'll move before I go up there. Then it sounded like a whole bunch of people just started running around up there. Bro, I left. Like, I ain't even kidding you. I grabbed my stuff. I was like, no, they can have this house. I don't deal with stuff like this. This crazy. But but I'm serious. I don't do spooky stuff. Not at all. And another thing, this how I think I know all this stuff is real too. Cause there was a point, I hope this street takes me back to my house. There was a point in time where I've had dreams before. I've had like 2 or 3 dreams, and it was about hell. Now, mind you, you know how like TV and movies depict hell, and they be like, oh, it looks like this or whatever. That's not what it looked like in my dreams. Even the presence of like the devil and stuff, I never saw it, but you could feel this weird aura, and it was spooky and creepy. And they be talking about if you die, if you don't go to heaven, you spend an eternity in hell. And I'm just like, nah, I'm not about to do that. I don't even like dealing with spooky stuff here for a short period of time. You talking about I gotta deal with that for an eternity? An eternity? No, you tripping. I'm not about to do that. So I think I'm about to just fully get into Christianity, because I don't think it's a coincidence that all that stopped once Bible scripture started getting played through my speakers every day. I don't think any of that was a coincidence. So I'm gonna have to look into that. Probably a church too. I don't do anything in my city, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have a house out here, and we literally don't go to none of the restaurants here. We don't go to the stores here. We will literally take that 10-15 minute drive to the city we used to live in, which we think is better, and we do all of our stuff out there. Sounds messed up, but that's just what we do. So I'm probably gonna do that. I know Young Don said he was gonna start a Patreon for Bible study and stuff. So for $5 a month to be part of that community, I do it. It's $5. I gotta do something till I find a church or something that I truly believe in, because there's a lot of scam churches out here. I'll tell you right now, I really don't care about them mega churches. All of that is a big turn off to me. But we gonna see. But I think that's where I'm gonna go now. My only thing is, because I don't know the logistics behind this, so if somebody could leave a comment, that'd be awesome. But because my dad was Jewish, and I did grow up celebrating some of the Jewish holidays. So for example, like Hanukkah, can I still celebrate Hanukkah? Like when that time comes around, even though I'm practicing Christianity fully, can I still do that? That's not like conflicting or nothing. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section if you know. I need to know from like a pastor or an elder or somebody that knows the logistics of that. Like, would it really matter? Because I would like to keep doing that, especially if I'm ever blessed to have children. So despite my accident, I know I can't, but you know, miracles happen. So if that ever does happen and I'm ever blessed to have children, or maybe adopt, that's an option too, I would like to celebrate both with them and let them know, like, oh, I used to do this with your grandma and grandpa when I was a kid, you know. I just think that'd be nice. So let me know in the comment section below. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish this and figure out where I'm at, because I don't think I've been back here before. So until next time, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss a video, because you already know who it is. It's Sang, bitch.